They fucking with me. They fucking with me. They fucking with me. If you guys haven't seen, check out my last video I did. It's a 2-minute video. I uploaded on both of my channels. I'm gonna wait till a couple people get in the room. They fucking with my shit, man. They got some type of software where, like, we already know they got the software. We already know how they do the trolls and the software and shit, but this shit gets deep. They can have it where you leave a comment on somebody's page and it leaves that same comment on another person's channel. Like, you don't even have to be on their channel. So if I be like, fuck you, bitch, you babbling ass, buffoon ass nigga. If I say that on one person's channel, it can leave a copy and paste on the last channel that I was on that has the tab open because I was on a short, and it will copy and paste that comment. So I was watching a short and this stupid ass nigga was talking about fucking time speeding up and talk about molecular and atoms and all this bullshit jargon crap. And I was like, this shit's been debunked. It's fake. You babbling ass nigga. And I said that. And since it was a short, I had a video open. So when you have a video open, you can watch a short and still have the video in the background. The video was still in the background, but I opened a short. And then when I commented on the short, the fucking comment was copy and pasted on the last video, which was open, which was on Speak Your Mind's channel. So it left the comment saying, whatever I said on that other nigga's channel, the short, it left it on Speak Your Mind's channel, and it was up there for a few minutes. So it said, like, you babble. It made it look like I commented on his page. So, like, they fuck. I don't know. Like, tell me if this shit's happening to you guys, or maybe this is a whole global or nationwide glitch, and this is just happening to everyone. I want to know. This is fucking weird. You guys seen the last video I did, the 2-minute fucking video I did. That's crazy. So, because we already know they got software, but like, what I'm surprised is how brazen they are to just actually start using it. And like, what the fuck am I saying on my channel? Like, really, what am I saying? Like, this is not like I'm speaking some deep esoteric. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the shit I talk about is just common sense. It ain't no deep esoteric. It's common fucking sense. So why are they fucking with my shit? Is it because I'm talking about breatharian or some shit? Which it can't be, because first of all, like, there's plenty of people that talk about breatharian. This is crazy. I want you guys to, has this been happening to you niggas? This is crazy. You motherfuckers glitching my shit. Like, I literally left a comment on a channel and then it left it on somebody else's channel. And why did it leave it on his channel? Why didn't it leave it on like any other channel? Why was it his channel? Because they know that I'm probably cool with this nigga or whatever. They're like, oh, let's try to fuck shit up. And the funny thing is, it wasn't even my main channel. It was like a fake page that I had. It wasn't even my main fucking Chauncey One channel. It's like a fake page. So it's like, for them to, how would they even know it's that page is mine unless they are obviously hacking my shit? Because I already know they looking and hacking. I already know. It's just it's funny how, like, you see what I'm saying? This shit's crazy. Like, so all you niggas on here, you gotta know, like, these motherfuckers, they like, well, it's already common sense, but like, when you see it live in action, that's what makes it kind of like, damn, like, because they're already looking at your shit. Like, they can manipulate this shit down to a T. They can even manipulate certain things they don't do, because if they did it, it'll be too much. Like, for example, the super chat. They can make a bunch of fake super chats. Like, you know, they'll be like that nigga Dolo. People be trolling his channel. And they'll be like making fake page after fake page because they have a system and a software that can make a bunch of fake pages. But you never notice they never fake a super chat. It's not that they can't. It's just they don't want to go that far because they don't want to. There's certain things that they don't want to stretch and do because it's gonna make it seem less credible. Because you notice how they can fake all these pages, but they'll never fake a super chat, or they'll never fake Like, you know, when you leave a super chat, it has like a blue little highlighted. They never fake that, but then they'll fake everything else. So it just tells you, like, it's just shit's crazy. These motherfuckers, man. I don't even know why they're fucking with my shit, because what the fuck am I even saying? I'm not even saying anything. I'm just speaking common sense, and I talk about Breatharianism. I'm not like I'm dropping some deep esoteric wisdom knowledge. Yeah, so if you guys haven't checked out that last video I did, that's fucking weird. These motherfuckers, because like I said, like they be looking everything you've ever uploaded on YouTube, they have it. So like me, my first channel was back in 2013, and that shit got deleted. They got all those videos, everything, and they got all of that shit. It's uploaded. That's why this is why they got Elon Musk and Neuralink, because one thing they don't have is your mind. Because there's a lot of shit that's in my mind right here. It's in my mind that they'll never get unless I get hooked up to a chip. Because there's certain things I be wanting to say, but I just keep it in my mind. But you bitch ass niggas can't go in my motherfucking mind because I don't got a chip. I don't got a chip. So like this is why they're trying to do Neuralink, because everything you type, even if you type something and you delete it and you don't post it, it's still in the algorithm. So I can say, fuck this nigga, but I don't post it or I don't click send and I just delete it. It's still saved into their system, because everything that's entered on this technology device, offline or off, they have it. This is why they're trying to get Neuralink. This is because Neuralink is going to be able to get into your mind. So whatever you think about, it's going to be in that database. Right now, the only thing in that fucking database is whatever you type on YouTube or you type into the system. Even if you have a Microsoft computer and it's offline, I'm willing to even go that far as to say that it's not really offline. Because what determines if the internet is online? It's like, oh, you're offline, you're online. What determines that? Even when you go online, what determines that? How do we not know they have an online system that only they have access to, that we don't have access to, where I could be offline, but from their perspective, I'm actually online. You see what I'm saying? That I'm not saying that is, but I'm willing to say that that's how deep it goes. Because if I ran a system, I always like to put myself in people's shoes. If I had a system and I had access to technology and all this resource and scientists to create these type of technology devices, I'll just create my computer with a back door where even if you're online, I have a little small, even if you're offline, you're actually online and I can track you. So just because you're offline, I'm willing to say that you're not offline. So this is why they want to get Neuralink, so they can be able to track you when you're, even if you're not even by a technology device. Because anytime you're on a technology device, they're able to trace you. Even if you type something and you don't send it and you just delete it, it's on the computer and it gets recorded. And the only thing they don't have left is the shit in your brain. This is crazy. So be careful. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I like, be careful when you're on these devices, because you really don't have to be careful, really, because at the end of the day, like, unless you like doing a crime, and even if you're doing a crime, like even if I was gonna start selling drugs, or if I was gonna start doing a scam, they're not gonna go and they're not gonna allow the police to have access to it, because certain deep shit, it's like certain clearance levels, you have to have access to certain software. So if I'm committing a crime, because if this wasn't the case, they could solve like most crimes right now. There's a lot of crimes right now that aren't solved. But why don't they have this technology to really go deep? Because they don't want people to be, what I'm thinking is they don't want people to be scared of the system or scared of technology, where they don't trust technology. This shit's crazy. So this is why some things they're not going to do. So you may have like a criminal who sells drugs and he has all his information, and they say, we're going to have to tap his phone. Well, they don't have to tap his phone. They can just go get the software and then pull the shit up from the database. But if they start doing that too much, everyone's going to be like, it's going to be like the big brother is snooping in your business, which they are, but they don't want it to make it evident. This is why they have to have a search warrant, and they have to have we have to go and we have to have a search warrant to get his computer so we can get the hard drive. Whereas if the hard drive is connected to the internet, All they got to do is go into the mainframe, pull the data, and then just pull it up. But then they can't do that, because if they do it, it's gonna put too much fear into people. So they have to try to play it like they have to try to play it smooth, like, oh, we gotta get a search warrant, we gotta go get the hard drive. They don't gotta do all that shit, is what I'm thinking. They can just pull it from the back mainstream. Because if they're able to do this shit and copy and paste, motherfucking, I left a comment on somebody's thing and they're able to copy and paste it to somebody else. That means their software, they have pretty much anything that they want to do, they can do on this computer, is what I'm trying to let you know. Because this is a fucking computer. Don't think that they can't make it where, because it's all a bunch of numbers and zeros and ones. So they can manipulate the zeros and ones in the program so they can do anything. But they're not going to, certain things they don't want to do because they don't want to make it seem like they got too much power, even though we obviously know they do. This is another reason why they want to get that Neuralink in everybody's mind. And that, because what they're going to do is they're going to put Neuralink, and anything you think about, even when you're not by a computer, you could be in the nature meditating or whatever. If you think about something and you have that chip in you, now all of that information is going to be sent to the database. You don't have to be by a computer. This is why they want to get your ass chipped up. And you don't want to have that chip, because if you have that chip and they don't install the chip right, or the chip is malfunction, that shit can give you hallucinogenic hallucinations, nightmares, and it can drive you to suicide. That's what they're not telling you about the chip. That chip can give you nightmares. It can simulate hallucinations, and it can give you a fake spiritual or demonic experience, which they can manipulate. And if they want, they can just say that, oh, he's going mentally crazy. Like, they'll put the chip in you, and then they'll make somebody who has the same chip, make him hella intelligent, and be like, no, the chip is fine. But then this person, he has mental illness and he has hallucinogenics. But it's like, the reason they did, because they allowed that shit to happen. They're controlling the chip. And now they have a right to throw you in a mental ward. And then you can't take that chip from your brain unless you have the technology and you have the license and the professionalism to know how to take a chip out. Because you don't know how to take a chip out of a brain. You don't know how to install it. So once they put that in your brain, the only way you're going to be able to take that chip out is if you go to one of their factories or one of their specialized human people who know how to install and deinstall chips. So once that shit's in you, it's in you, and it's probably going to cost money, and to take it out. And not only you see what this is why they want everyone to get chipped, so they can control you. Jay Bass said, "What's good? You good, Johnson? It reminded me of the time that you commented about the eye surgery meeting day." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But when they delete, I was just them deleting it. This is some whole new level shit. Like, well, not new level. It's like they're just brazen. Like, I knew they can do this. I'm just surprised how brazen they are to act. Because some of these things they do, but they don't do it too much. Because if they do it too much, it's gonna put too much fear into the people. So they can't be doing it too much. So this is what they do, and they're doing it. I feel like they're doing this more than people think, to be honest. And who knows why? Like, because this is why you see a lot of people get into fights, arguments, and people get divorced and all this other shit. Probably little mistakes like this happen and people don't catch it, and then things end up going south. They're like, this is weird. This is weird. It ain't no Mercury retrograde is in 2 weeks. This is not no Mercury retrograde. This is motherfucking system retrograde. They doing this shit. This is fucking glitch retrograde. Any retrograde but Mercury. Don't blame fucking Mercury for this shit. This is their retrograde, nigga. Like, these motherfuckers, they'll go and do some fuck shit, and then they want to, because they do what they want. They want you to blame it on God or blame it on, it's just synchronicity and this just happened. Oh, bitch, you did it. I can go and get a fucking 9mm, blow a bitch's brains out and say, oh, it was your karma. No, I fucking blew her fucking brains out. That's what's their fault. They doing that shit. This shit is crazy. I can't believe they really did that shit. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, because you guys see I speak common sense. My shit is just common sense. So what am I saying? How can somebody like me, how can my voice and my words hold so much weight they get offended where they're gonna start glitching my shit and fucking my shit up? Like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm not even fucking like doing anything. Like, I'm not no like, this is weird. That's why it's kind of scary, because like if somebody like me can just say some words and they get offended by my words, it just shows you how much of a threat that they feel the people are. They really feel the people are some type of threat. They think that I'm some type of threat. Yeah, this shit's crazy. Fuck these niggas, man. Fuck these niggas. But this just reminding me how in control they are of this internet. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why anything I put on this internet, I don't give a fuck. To be honest, I don't give a fuck. Like, there's a lot of shit I don't say, but this is why I don't want to get that shit, because when you get, that's what I'm saying. And they'll even probably even install AI on some of these chips, and you'll probably have a voice talking to you in your fucking head. They're gonna go deep with these chips, man. Like, it makes me just kind of just like, this shit's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's probably the hell. It could be the health message, because at the end of the day, like, I'm on a path to, like, my mission is to get rid of all desires. It is possible. You can get rid of all desires, and when you get rid of all desires, I'm not gonna say all desires, because I still have a desire to want to get rid of desires, so I won't get rid of that desire. But you guys know what I mean. Fucking eating and sleeping. You want to diminish that, and you want to, if possible, diminish it, which most people, that's your only possibility. But for the few strong ones, you want to get rid of that urge of fucking sleeping and eating, because that's how they control you. All of these people that complain about whether it be inflation, Trump, Biden, whatever the fuck, anything, it all is because people want to meet their fucking eating and sleeping desires. And when you don't have, and I'm not saying get rid of it, but control it where it's not a problem. A lot of people, they don't want to control it. They want to just get a lot of money so they can control it that way. That's stupid, because if you get a lot of money, they control money, so they can just fuck with your money. So most people, the way they want to control their eating, sleeping, and fucking is by becoming a billionaire. Oh, I have my eating and sleeping and fucking down packed because I'm a billionaire. I can get these needs met. That's not how you do it, because they can still fuck with the money. They can still fuck with you, and they can fuck with your emotions based upon taking that money away from you or doing whatever if you don't play by their rules. But once you're really able to go within and get rid of all of that eating, sleeping, and fucking desire, and not even just get rid of it, just tame it, control it, use it at will, then they don't like that shit. They don't like it, because you don't need anything of the world so much, and you're able to be a threat. You're not an asset to them. You're only an asset to them if you're able to feel pain, if you're able to feel misery and hunger and boredom and all these negative emotions. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm getting to that level. And you can get to that level. You got to understand that. Yeah, fuck these motherfuckers. I don't know if that was them fucker. I don't know what. That's hella weird, man. That's just hella weird. That's hella fucking weird. Yeah, fuck these niggas, man. This shit's crazy. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. But that's all I want to say. I just want to put you guys on notice. Like, be careful out there. This shit is fucking crazy, man. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this live stream.